First of all, congrats to Virginia. They are a really, really good basketball team. Tough to defend because they're very unique. Their shooting comes from their bigs. They're five-man, they're four-man, and so it's a difficult matchup. It's something that's not common. I thought we came out ready to play. I thought we played well, except for that little stretch there in the second half from about the under 16 timeout till about the 7-8 minute mark. And we dug too deep of a hole. We were able to fight to get back in it to give ourselves a chance in the end. But it was just during that stretch where it got away from us. They hit threes. You know, their defense buckled down and forced us into some tough shots. And so, but again, I'm proud of my guys. You know, we fought. We did some really good things in this game. And hopefully it's a lot of stuff we can build off of. Questions?
Coach, what was your assessment of Clark? He seemed to have he seemed to have a pretty good night with 8 assists and was getting some things going on Virginia's side.
Can you start that question over with? It was muted. I couldn't hear.
Oh, apologies. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Well, I just wanted to know your assessment of Clark. He seemed to be really, really on with the assists and in that run and getting Virginia's offense going, moving the ball.
Well, he's really good. I mean, he's a national champion point guard, and has been in big moments and is the head of the snake for their basketball team. He does a lot of stuff that equates to winning, and it may not show up as far as scoring. And I think the last thing on that kid's mind is scoring. I think the only thing he thinks about is how can he help his team win. And he's a really good player. He's experienced. He's been in big moments, and he made some huge plays all afternoon for him.
Jeff, how have you, over the past few games, past couple weeks, how have you noticed, if at all, teams defending Justin differently?
Being more physical, doubling them. I would say those are the two things. Being way more physical. Way more physical. And it's interesting, when teams weren't as physical, he was shooting more free throws. But being way more physical and double teaming.
You know, just to follow up on that, too, you guys finished with 42 points in the paint today. That's a pretty high, against the pack line defense. That's a pretty high figure. What do you think you all were able to do effectively, to get the ball close to the basket and to get some effective dribble penetration?
Well, we got 16 fast break points, and then we got 12 second chance points. So I think trying to put their guys in ball screens and opening up the floor a little bit, we made some pretty good reads out of the ball screens to our guys rolling. You force them to play in closeouts, and we tried to attack the closeouts on the drive.
This is a tough stretch for you guys, Jeff, playing some really good teams in a row. Do you think that might help your team maybe mature a little bit as it moves on in the rest of the season?
We don't need the other teams to help us mature. We're maturing, and today was a big time, effort as far as maturity for our team. And I'm hopeful that no matter who we play, no matter who's in front of us, we continue to do that.
Jeff, what was it like when you guys got the news that you were playing Virginia, when the schedule was made, and the response you saw from your team initially going into this game, knowing that you're playing the top team in the ACC?
Yeah, I didn't expect anything less. This season has been so disjointed. I imagine the rest of the way it's going to continue to be disjointed, and so you have to be able to make adjustments on the fly. For them, it's not a big deal to them. They just have to show up and play and listen. For the coaches, it could be a little bit more difficult because of trying to make sure you're prepared. So we were prepared to play Florida State. We were prepared to play Wake Forest. Those are the two that we had heard, Florida State first and probably Wake Forest once we found out the Florida State news. Then we found out after the game Wednesday that it was Virginia. And so, it rushes your preparation. You think that game is going to be February 24th. So the assistant that's in charge of the scouting for that particular game, you just got to start watching stuff a little bit quicker.
Jeff, what do you take? And this is something that I guess could potentially be answered in the days to come. But what do you take away from a game like this, where your team, is largely with them for 36 minutes, but there's that 4-minute stretch where where they have 16 unanswered points?
Yeah, I mean, again, we're getting better. I knew this would be a big time challenge for us. Playing one of the better teams in the country and a team with such great experience. Two guys that were big parts of their national championship team the last time we had an NCAA tournament, and then doing it on their home court. We knew it would be tough, but I'm proud of how we played. I'm proud of a lot of the things that we did. If we can eliminate that 4-minute stretch, then, maybe it's a little bit closer, but we put ourselves in position in the end to have a chance. And we'll continue to grow from this. We'll continue to get better.
Jeff, what was your assessment of Kareem's play? He came out pretty hot with 8 points early, didn't get any more points there, but he did seem like he was feeling it a little bit earlier with getting the ball up.
Well, he did some good things. They maybe had some mistakes on their ball screen coverages, and we were able to take advantage of that. He was able to get Huff up in the air and finish. So he did some good things early, and he did some good things throughout the game.
Coach, what have you seen from Adis offensively in the last few games? Seems like he's really kind of leveled out a little bit. Efficient, but only 6 shots on the floor.
You know what? He's done what we've asked him to do and taken what's available in the game. And, I'm not a coach that's thinking about what a kid is averaging and trying to get him to get to that average. We're trying to win a basketball game. So we won the last one, and we didn't win today. I thought Adis played really well in both games. I don't know how many shots he took against Virginia Tech. I can look at it right now and see that he had 6 shots today. I think Adis is a really good offensive player. He's shown that all year. But more importantly, I think he's a really good player. And I think he played very well this afternoon.
Jeff, we had talked with you last game about how that looked much more like the team that you've known this season, and the 3-game losing streak was a little bit more of an aberration. Was the team that you saw today, even in a loss, much more like the one that you had kind of been hoping to see coming off of that 3-game losing streak?
Yes.
I guess what did you see from them that I guess makes you feel that way or think that?
We played hard, we played together, and we fought, just like we did the last game. The 3-game losing streak's in the rearview mirror for us.
Justin, Coach Capel seems to be pretty pleased with how hard you guys played and how hard you fought in the game, even though there was a loss there. What do you guys take out of this game, players?
We take out of this game is that we can't have mental lapse. We had a stretch down in the game where, we got down on ourselves, and he pointed out to us and we picked it back up, but by that time it was a little bit too late. So, we played hard, we fought, we stayed together for most of the game, but we just got to, when we get down, and we get down in other teams, we got to learn to stay together and learn to fight out of it instead of letting it linger on for plays and plays and plays.
Justin, what did you guys seem to be struggling with the most during the 4-minute stretch there, where they went on that 16-0 run?
Wallen Tinsday, I didn't know how you say his name. He had a couple threes that stretch. They went small. We didn't really think they were gonna go that small, But hit a couple shots. They got going, and we kind of just sagged our faces a little bit. And we gotta be better at that. We gotta come out with more fire, more energy in those specific times.
Justin, Jeff talked about how teams are playing you more physical and giving you more double teams. What have you said? Do you agree with that assessment? And where do you think that you guys have to continue to work against that, because you guys still have several ACC games to play?
Oh yeah, I did for the past 2 games. They started double teaming me. It kind of sucks, but at the same time, it is what it is. I just feel like we got to get more movement. Like when I get the ball in the post, they double team me because I feel like I'm a capable passer out of the post. I make a pass to IT, to X, to D's. I just feel like knocking some open shots and just keep moving. That's all it is. Really. You get movement flowing and messes up the defense. You get open shots.
Justin, you had a question there about those post passes. That was something that that I feel like particularly today I noticed a lot from you. How much have you been working on that either in the off season or just even here over the course of the season?
I don't really work on it that much, but coach, it all depends on the guy moving around, because normally when I'm in the post, I'm in the same spot for the most part. But IT lifted up a couple times and they got him a couple open shots. So it's all based on like how much we move in the game and find open spots where I can find them and make the pass.
Justin, what are you and your teammates feeling right now after this? Because Jeff talked about us and said like hey, we played more together, we played a more complete game, a better performance than of course than against Notre Dame. But you guys know that you still have a long road ahead of you. What are you guys feeling right now coming after that performance?
We feel pretty good. It always sucks to lose, but at the same time, we stay together. We felt more like a team again, and it's just fixable mistakes. That's what we say now. It's like it's fixable mistakes. Like it's not too far gone. We just got to figure out these little stretches in the game where the other team makes a run, and we got to learn how to stop their run and make a run of our own, or stop their run and keep our composure. So it's all fixable mistakes. It's just a little bit of growing up we got to do, and we'll figure it out and we'll be better.
Justin, what do you think makes Huff into Hauser, I guess just in general and today specifically, what makes them difficult, on both ends to match up against?
I think Huff is a very he's tall. He's 7'1". He can shoot. He can put the ball on the floor. He's slow, but he can still create for himself a little bit. So that's always tough because we don't have a kid who's 7'1". You know what I'm saying? So that's tough. Hauser, we in the locker room, we just call him target acquired. He can really shoot the basketball. He got a good feel for the game. I respect both of their games, but on defense, Huff he's long, so you can't really get around him. But I don't feel like Hauser really created a big presence on defense. I just feel like the double team is what really kind of like got them. You know what I'm saying? Like help them from me not scoring the ball as much. And I just missed a couple open shots and all that. But I just got to be better on that end. Us as a team got to be better on both ends. But it was a fixable mistake, so we'll get into the gym and fix it.
As the teams have been doing it to you more, have you gotten more comfortable or have things slowed down for you at all when you do get double teamed?
Yeah, definitely. Just coach told me about, he's telling me like, just slow down and, back taking the tape dribble just to see the floor. And then the double team leaves, go back, and then it comes back and just kick it out. It's all about being comfortable and poised.
Justin, I know he's not the guy that you defend, but their point guard Clark had a lot of going. He had 8 assists and was getting the ball movement. It seemed like when Virginia went on their run, he was doing a lot to move the ball and working it so that they could get more open shots. What did you see that you guys could do better, maybe the next time, in trying to cut off what they were able to do on offense?
We was taught to go under on him because we don't feel like he's one of the best shooters in the league. But at the same time, we can't sag off on him. Like we can't dare him to shoot because he's a good player, national championship under his belt. So I think going forward, we just gotta like pressure him a little bit more, and then when ball screens come, then we go under them. I was saying speed him up a little bit, try and get him out of his comfort zone. Cause like I feel like they're a team based on comfort. Like they play their comfort level. They don't let nobody rush them. So I feel like if we could rush them up, like speed them up a little bit, I feel like it'll kind of make their offense crumble.
Justin, is Virginia the best team you guys have played this season?
I personally wouldn't say that. I don't think they're the best team we played this season, but I think they're a very good team. I think they are one of the best teams that we played this season. Yes.
You guys finished, with 42 points in the paint against them. It's a pretty big figure because they really try to limit looks close to the basket. What do you think allowed you guys to have that kind of success getting close to the basket and getting some good dribble penetration?
The floor was just spaced out, and we just took every opportunity we had on their weak side closeouts to just go by them and get in the paint.
When they went on their run and you guys started to stall a bit offensively, what were some of the things that you guys were talking about and trying to get out of the rut that you guys were in at that point?
It was defense. They even though they shot 50% from the field, I think they for 50% from three. It was just play defense, keep playing defense together.
Xavier, except for that one stretch there in the second half, coach seemed pretty pleased with how hard you guys played, how you fought. as players, what do you take away from a game like this?
I mean, they're a good basketball team. Yeah, I don't think they had any fast break points. They slowed the ball down every time. They ran good offense. That's one thing. So I mean, we just gotta play 40 minutes for the whole 30-second shot clock for them because that's what they do. So it's a lot of screens that you gotta run off of, and then offense you just tired. So I mean, that's one thing we gotta get better at.
As a point guard, what is it like matching up against them? Because what they do defensively, you had talked about it there, and the pace that they play at, it's so different from so many teams you guys face. As someone who's kind of in charge of the offense, has the ball in his hands a lot, what's it like going against that kind of a defense?
I mean, it's fun, but it's challenging because they're a team that's known for no really paint touches. They got a lot of help side, and that's pretty much it. They really have a lot of help side, and it's hard to get in the paint.
I guess for you guys, what was the game plan going into this? So, in the general strategy, 'cause this is a Virginia team that that does things that are kind of that present bad matchups for you guys. They play slow. They're really good at getting at preventing offensive rebounds. They prevent teams from getting to the free throw line. What did you guys try to do to kind of counter some of that?
I mean, we were really mainly trying to guard the three best guys, which was their for their 3, 4, and 5 positions. They're really good. Hauser's deep. Dees was playing really good defense on Hauser. I mean, he was making tough shots. I don't know what he went from the floor. I don't even think he missed for it. That's what it looked like. And Huff too. He's a really good player, really good big man. He can roll and he can pop. So and he can really shoot the ball. So I mean, it's difficult guarding those guys and going on screens because we really didn't have an answer for him. But we're gonna have an answer for him next time.